you a base. This module will explain to you the foundation of the QPPV, and we'll start by definition of PV. What is the definition of pharmacovigilance? And then from there, we will introduce you to QPPV role. We'll highlight all the legal mandates across which need a QPPV to be placed in an organization. So the definition of pharmacovigilance, as it is the science and activities related to detection, assessment, understanding, and prevention of adverse events or any other medicine related problems. So this is the broad definition of pharmacovigilance. So the 4 points here being detection, assessment, and as understanding, and then the prevention. So these are the four important elements for of a pharmacovigilance, and it is mostly related to all the products, medical medicine problems which are there, medicine products which are there in the market. So what the goal of pharmacovigilance is to protect the public health. We, of course, products are um, products come into the market with a lot of tests performed and lot of regulated uh, review and then approvals. But still, once it is out in the public health, there could be a different benefit or risk profile of the product based on how the whole public will who are using would use it. So based on that, the pharmacovigilance becomes an important activity for all the pharma companies. And then the primary condition and the primary goal here is to protect public health. Public health needs to be protected at all costs across the globe. This is the primary and the most important activity for any pharmacovigilance person, patient safety. And it is important that they have an overview of the benefit and risk of any product out in the market, and they can um, they are the ones who are the authority for it. So this is pharmacovigilance goal, and this is the QPPV responsibility also. Then what are the different data sources for pharmacovigilance? When we say health, benefit and risk profiles, how can we decide what is the benefit of a product, what is the risk of a product, where will we get the data for this? This comes out of all the safety reports which are reported into the pharmacovigilance organization through different sources. So the safety reports which are reported into the pharmacovigilance setup of an organization are called individual case safety reports. They are called ICSRs, and they come in through various different sources. So one is the clinical trials which are performed by the organization. So any safety reported out of a clinical trial becomes a part of a pharmacovigilance setup. Then there is also the medical literature, which is always written by all these doctors and healthcare professionals who are using our products. Always write something about in the journal about the products. And if there are safety informations in those medical literature, that also becomes a part of our data source. Then also patients who also, when they suffer something, some safety adverse event, they call up an informers. That also becomes a part of our safety data source. And then there's also a possibility in many of the authorities where the reporter or the doctor or the patient, anyone can go and report to the authority about a product and its adverse event. And therefore, regulatory reports also become a data source for no one for the company to become a part of the pharmacovigilance data source. So there are various ways through which a organization can collect safety information. And once these safety informations are collected, there is a need for the company to analyze the safety information and then collate all this information and then prepare the reports, and then submit to the authority. So basically that's the whole process flow. And why is a QPPV then required? So the volume and the complexity of pharmacovigilance data require one person in an organization to become accountable for ensuring that a robust, compliant, and centralized system exists in that organization, which can be managed across their markets. So there is a need and there is a requirement that there should be a quality, QPPV, a person, qualified pharmacovigilance person who will be looking into all this PV data, and who will be looking at ensuring that there are systems in place which can collect, review, analyze, and report the safety data in a effective manner across all markets. So that is why a QPPV is